Shut up and sit down.
I have some more news to share, people, so shut up and listen. As you know, due to the injuries of King Sam, there is no #1 contender to face Max Danger at Final Conflict. So, I have decided to let Max rest up, and he will not be defending the World Heavyweight Championship at the pay-per-view. Instead, the tag team title match will main event the show. And speaking of, that match has now been changed slightly. Cashman, if you find yourself a partner, I will make it a 4 corners tag team match. And it will be for the tag... Don't you touch me! You lay one finger on me and I swear to God I will fire you and Alex on the spot and vacate the titles. How dare you interrupt me while I'm giving out my announcements? What are you going to do, huh? Beat me up? Complain? Cry because your friends are all injured? They all got what they deserved and you should count yourself lucky that you didn't end up like them. This match will be a 4 corners elimination tag match and there is nothing that you can do to change that. You watch your mouth, because you won't be able to fire me when I rip your throat out first. You think we're afraid of you? You have been running off while we've been running this company for months, and you have been powerless to stop us. Just because we have a few injuries, that won't stop the Wolfpack era. I am out here for one reason, and that is to get revenge on the man who injured King Sam. So you better get ready, because I am challenging you to a match tonight. You know, you're right. You do deserve revenge on the man who injured Sam. So, as the fair man that I am, in tonight's main event, you will be having your revenge in a match with Max Danger. Because he's the guy you should be mad at, not me. So that match is happening tonight. So I'd say I'd go and get ready if I were you. Oh, and by the way, you never ran this company. This is and always will be my company. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Darren Jacobs, and welcome to another episode of Friday Fight Night, where Tashley is making her way down to the ring to take on Laura Stables. Ooh, it has the darker side to her tonight, but it doesn't look like Tashley is bothered. Tashley sending a message saying she isn't backing down from any of her personas. But look at this! The aggression from Stables. We know that's what she's capable of, this darker side of her. Whoa, she just teleported in the ring there. Okay, back to the outside. Needs to get a brawl. And he takes her in the ring, and the referee rings the bell to start the match officially. But Tashley, she was warned by Laura Stables that this other side of her would rip her to pieces. She's come out here to try and prove that that's not true. But it looks like Stables straight away is going to get the upper hand here. Oh, look at this. Oh, beautiful little tilt-a-whirl backbreaker there. And now taunting on her. And Stables, a very confident individual. Very powerful, but also with a very dark side. And we're seeing this dark side unleashed today on Tashley, who is looking like she's going to be the next in line to take her on at Final Conflict for the Fight Night Women's Championship. Oh, look at this. There's the knee dropped onto her. Right on the jaw. And now choking her out. No more of that. We already saw one woman choked out in the last episode of WIW. Oh, look at that. And just tossed to the outside. Oh, and into the stairs as well. Well, Tashley definitely sending her a message. She's saying she's not scared. She's saying She's ready for anything that you're going to throw at her. And that's exactly what she's doing. And look at this. Oh, just crashed down onto the mat. And you never know what you're going to get with Laura Stables, the Fight Night Women's Champion. She has been so for quite a few months now. I believe this is her 3rd month as WIW's Fight Night Women's Champion. And she has been a dominant one as well. Not many people have been able to stand face to face with her in the ring. But Tashley proving that she ain't scared of her by stepping up to her tonight. She's only going to get a 1 count though to start this one off. Oh, and the back of the knee. Yeah, a knee to the back is what I meant. And now look at this. Trying to make another submission occur here. Tashley in a vulnerable position. The submission locked in. She got nowhere to go. She has to try and break out of it or tap. She needs to do something here if she can. And she's managed to break out of it. Beautiful work here, but she's bridged into the cover and it only gets a 1 count. Oh, and a great counter there. And a slap across the face of Tashley. Oh, look at this. A counter there as well. And now Tashley needs to make some advances forward because Stables has really gotten at her to start this one off. And it doesn't look like she's slowing down. Tashley trying to send warnings to her. But yet Stables sending one back. You do not want to mess with the dark side of Laura Stables. End of days. Inbound. Connects in the middle of the ring. And with Tashley nowhere to go, she's going to have to power out if she can. And she does. 2 count. Oh, and Tashley didn't even take a second to complain. Usually that people complain a lot. But Tashley just fights out and gets hit with a frog splash straight after. And look at the eyes of this version of Stables. A dark, dark person. And we know how powerful she really is. We're seeing it here tonight. Tashley getting her money's worth here. She wanted to see what it'd be like when she faces her at Final Conflict. And I guess we're getting a good taste of what to expect here. Oh, look at that, crashing into the middle turnbuckle. And she really is trying to fight back though, Tashley. She's giving her a fight. And a nice little powerbomb out of the corner there. And a kick to the back. And all of a sudden, Stables looking vulnerable. She thought she'd have wrapped it up with the end of days. She just hasn't been able to do so. And there's the double knees and following through with another double knees on the backflip. And now Tashley trying to steal the cover here on the Mayhem Women's Champion. The Fight Night Women's Champion, excuse me. She only gets a 2 count. And now backing herself up here for a run-up. What she got planned. Tashley looking for something big here. What's Tashley thinking? Oh, no, never mind. Countered by Stables. And then a big kick to the gut to follow through. Oh, another counter, though. This time by Tashley. Oh, she went for the running super kick. Couldn't connect. And another counter by Tashley. Nice little sequence there between those two. Both showing their reversal abilities to full extent there. Very well done indeed. Oh, look at that. Following through there with a senton. Oh, and look at that. Showing some athleticism as well now is Stables. And neither one of these women letting the other get the edge at the moment. Counter after counter. And now looking for a submission here is Tashley in the middle of the ring. Double leg Boston Crab applied. And Stables. Oh, I thought she was tapping there for a second. No, she just gathers her feet to get the cover. 2. Oh, and she gets a 2 count. And a great battle to start off tonight. 2 women with genuine hatred towards one another already. And it might be the end of this match right now. Oh, she was setting up for End of Days again, but she was unable to connect. Oh, and she went for it. Oh, look at this. Can she connect? Oh, there's the leg drop to the back of the head. And she might have done it. Tashley might actually have done it. 2, 3, she's done it. Tashley is the first person to knock off, other than Sandra Piper, the WIW Fight Night Women's Champion. And she had to fight hard for that. Stables came gunning out the gate strong with a big End of Days and a submission hold applied as well. But Tashley started to slowly work her way back into the match. And after the counter on this End of Days attempt, Tashley goes on to win it on the leg drop. And Tashley has just cemented her ticket to Final Conflict. If she can repeat that again at Final Conflict, then we are looking at the new Fight Night Women's Champion. Well, she said to Stables she doesn't care what face you wear, I'd beat both of them. And so far she's proven that. But can she do it when it matters? Can she do that again at Final Conflict? But the real question is, what face is she going to be up against when she gets the final conflict. We'll have to find out soon enough, but it is time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some preparation for what is going to be a huge main event of Final Conflict. The general manager has already made it clear that the World Heavyweight Championship will not be on the line at Final Conflict, and this four corners potentially tag team match is going to main event the show. But the first people down to the ring is Jason and Tyler Chaos, and it's going to be Jason Chaos in-ring action tonight. He's going one-on-one with J.W Cashman, who the general manager has made clear if he can find a partner that he could tag team with, then they will turn it into a four corners tag team match for the Fight Night Tag Team Championship. Remembering, of course, that if Alex Wilson doesn't walk out the winner and the Wolfpack don't retain the Tag Team Championships, then Alex Wilson is fired from WIW, and David would literally just be left to by himself. He'll be completely defensive with no Sam and no Steven. They would be in a very, very bad position indeed. Well, Jason, Chaos, and Tyler, they're not concerned about all that. They want their titles back. They've had a taste of glory. They've had the taste of the title, but they lost it straight away on their first title defense, as they were caught off guard by the surprise of Alex Wilson. And now J.W Cashman, who was also surprised by that, has made it clear that he is not going to let it happen. He's not happy at all. And now he's booked himself a spot in the match, but he has to find himself a tag team partner. Now, knowing Cashman, he probably already has one in mind. Maybe he doesn't. Who knows? But I have a feeling that he's going to find someone that's definitely going to help him. But then again, it's going to be difficult for him to find a partner, I believe, because he's not exactly the most liked person on the roster. I wouldn't even say he was liked by many people, particularly not me. But you got to respect the in-ring ability, I guess. But then again, I guess the lingering threat of a tag team title could be enough to persuade someone to help him out, at least for the night. But we'll have to wait and see. But Cashman in one-on-one action tonight. This is what he does best. But let's see how Jason Chaos can do against him. Tyler Chaos, of course, at ringside, waiting to see how this one goes down. And straight away into a collar and elbow tie-up. Oh, and a cheap shot there as well from Cashman. And Jason not allowed to retaliate there from the referee. They lock up again in the collar and elbow tie-up. Jason Chaos making some more further advances this time. Wrenching away on the arm. Gets him down to a knee to further press down on it. And this is great grappling work there from Jason Chaos there. One more collar and elbow tie-up. These two pretty even to start this one off. Takes him down to the mat there from the collar and elbow tie-up position. And now trying to advance a bit further, and he just tosses him across the ring. And a very nice little bit of chain wrestling there between the two. Cashman trying to advance forward, but Jason Chaos in early control here. Not really landing any big strikes though. Needs to do something big to start, and there it is. The super kick to connect right to the jaw of J.W Cashman. But as we've seen with Cashman, it takes a lot more than that just to keep this man down. The successful runner-up of the Road to Glory tournament. He faced Alex Wilson, of course, for the right to be a part of WIW, and won. But, of course, to his much displeasure, Alex Wilson then went on to become the WIW Tag Team Champion. And that is exactly why the GM has given him this opportunity. But he's up against... He's going to be up against it. Not only is he going up against, you know, for the tag team titles, probably with a partner that he's not sure about, but he's going after 3 tag teams. KO Oxley and Carter James, Jason and Tyler. He's going up David and Alex as well. It's going to be one hell of a contest. Like, that's going to be the toughest match of his career to date. And for the tag team titles as well. So he needs to find a partner that he can trust, because if those two can go all the way and capture the tag team titles, I'm sure he's only doing this really just to get rid of Alex Wilson, but if he captures the tag team championship, then this could be a big turning point for Cashman's career. But he needs to find a partner that he can trust to do that with. And look at this. Beautiful elbows into the corner there, J.W Cashman. Hasn't been a great arrival for J.W Cashman, but he's making it work now. And speaking of work, here comes Tyler Chaos, preventing J.W Cashman from advancing further on Jason. And, oh, tried to land a big German suplex, catching him off guard. Couldn't do so, and now into the Northern Lights. And I thought maybe we'd think about bridging through into that brainbuster like we know he can. He's gone for it again. Maybe this time on the second Northern Lights, he bridges through, lifting him up with the pure strength, and brainbuster down onto the apron. And now playing to the crowd. Not exactly a liked man, as you can see by the crowd's reaction. And Jason and Tyler, quite popular themselves despite their tactics. Oh, look at this. Oh, big takedown there. Samoan driver. And into the cover, but the referee's distracted by Tyler Chaos. And maybe that was planned because he's now going to the top rope looking for that 630 senton. Cashman to wrap it up. Oh, and he misses. Misses the 630 senton. And look at Tyler on the outside. Tyler thinking maybe to wrap this one up already. What's Jason thinking here? Jason with the arm twist. Up on the ropes. Oh, look at this. Look at the fly. Oh, and beautiful. And he lands right on the chair, but he doesn't really get the impact of it. Oh, wait a minute. Now he is. Oh, look at this. With the referee distracted, Jason Chaos with using the chair to his advantage. And the referee still hasn't seen the chair yet being used. And Jason just giving himself a huge advantage back in this match. And Jason Chaos being helped here by his twin brother Tyler. Oh, look at this. Oh, and beautiful move there from Jason Chaos. And did you see the evil smile from Tyler there? The referee now removes the chair, looking to fly. Oh, and land his own. He was looking for a 450 splash, but couldn't connect, and Cashman misses his own springboard. Pretty evenly matched this has been so far. Both these two giving it their all, but neither one of them can seek an edge in this match. And now Chaos getting Cashman to the middle of the ring. Oh, look at that. Went for a running knee, but was caught. And now into a fireman carry position. Very nice catch there by by Jason Chaos. And they're not usually we're not usually great in solo competition, Jason and Tyler, but they're really bringing it today. And what awkward landing that was. Oh my god, I'm pretty sure his head just went through his chest as I see it on the replay. And Jason Chaos only gets a 2 count off of it. I feel like that must have hurt him more than that hurt Cashman from where I was seeing it. And now stomping away on the face. Oh, wait, no, there's the leg sweep, takes him down. And Cashman once again falling for the distractions of Tyler Chaos, but Jason really slow to get back to his feet here. And might pay the price for it. Into a German suplex, bridges into the cover. And only gets the 1 count, but look at this, once again playing to the crowd. He knows he's in control of this one. Jason's been fighting back though, and that steel chair shot definitely helped him. But now he's in trouble because Cashman looking to knock him out cold with the $1 million shot right to the jaw. The referee distracted again. I don't think it's going to matter though, because you could probably count to 100. Oh wait, no, he gave up on the cover. The referee was distracted. The distraction makes the save, but how much does Jason Chaos have left in the tank? No one has actually ever kicked out of the $1 million shot as of yet. Oh, look at this. Beautiful. Beautiful leaping ability there from Jason Chaos into the cover of the springboard attempt. And Cashman right now is basically fighting in a handicap match with the Chaos twins, but Jason's getting the job done now, but can he stay in control? He hasn't been able to do so as of yet. Oh, and now mocking J.W Cashman before landing another big strike. Now taking a second and breathe because he has not been in control of this one as I'm sure he would have liked. He's had to heavily depend on Tyler Chaos's input in keeping himself just in this match. I'm sure the $1 million shot probably would have done the trick, and that's why Tyler had to distract the referee for as long as he did. A 2 count there on Jason Chaos. And now playing to the crowd again. He knows how much control he has right now. This started as a pretty even contest, but it has completely been one-sided up to this point. And now Jason Chaos trying to advance forward. He might just do that, dragging him to the middle of the ring now. Maybe looking for a King of Swing. Yes! Carrying the cruiserweight that is J.W Cashman, swinging him around the ring. Trying to land some big impact there with the force behind it. And plants him down in the middle of the ring. Cashman's in trouble. and into the cover as Jason Chaos stole the match. No, it's a 2 count. I didn't think that would be enough. And I'm not sure how much he actually had to give up of energy there just to kick out of that one. Dodges the elbow from the middle rope. And waiting for him to get back up here is Cashman. Oh, but he waited too long. And Jason Chaos made him pay for it. Big counter though, and now has him trapped in the corner. But once again, an escape by Jason Chaos. And right now this match could go either way, but it has been in control from J.W Cashman. He's been landing the bigger hits. He's been landing the more strikes. And look at Jason's face as he sees Cashman just will not lay down for longer than 2 seconds. And now into the corner again. He clearly has something in mind for that corner, but once again Jason says no, and a suplex connects. And trying to crawl back to his feet there, but Jason not even giving him a second to do it. He's going to go for the cover now, and the referee's not even counting. The referee just realized the cover was occurring, and only gets a 2 count. He might have won that there. Jason Chaos might have actually just won that match, but the referee paying no attention whatsoever. And Jason Chaos can only get away with a 2. Well, I'd say he'd be cheated out of it, but he's been more than doing his fair share of cheating himself in this match. And once again, a German suplex, and into the cover again, which is once again Tyler Chaos getting involved. And Cashman playing to the crowd. He's saying almost that Tyler can get involved all he wants. He's just enjoying the beatdown that he is bringing to the Chaos Twins right now, or at least one half of them. And now to the top rope, looking for the 630 senton. That could do the trick here to wrap up the match if he connects. 630 senton. No more distractions from Tyler. Cashman picks up the victory. What a match. Really had to give it his all there, Cashman. And he came out the victor in emphatic fashion. Couldn't connect with the 630 senton the first time, as we see here on the replay. But both of them really struggled to hit their top rope maneuvers, as you also see here from Jason Chaos missing the 630 splash. But what an encounter that was. Both of these two really gave it their all. And even Jason had to resort to very unique methods to get the job done. But Cashman can celebrate a big, big victory, and knowing he can get himself a title opportunity if he can find a partner to take on the rest of the division. But now he's going to leave his calling card. He's going to leave his mark here on the Chaos Twins to send them a message to say he's coming for the tag team titles, and he doesn't want either of them to get in his way. And look at this, shoving the money in his mouth. Cashman sends the warning, he's left his mark. But the question is now, can Cashman find himself a partner and win the tag team titles, or will Alex Wilson be able to maintain his job? We will have to find out at Final Conflict, but it is time to move on with the rest of tonight's card. Next up tonight, it's some cruiserweight action, and we are crowning a #1 contender here tonight for the WIW Cruiserweight Championship. And it's Jake Griffiths out first. Almost said Blake Griffiths. No, it is Jake Griffiths. He doesn't play in the NBA. Jake Griffiths making his way down to the ring. Of course, was part of the first ever WIW Cruiserweight Championship match at Mind Games, where he was just unsuccessful in that matchup in the Fatal 4-Way. And it was Oliver Regem who managed to get the title of the day and pick up the win for Mayhem. But of course, he does also have to defend on Fight Night, which is why Jake Griffiths and another man are out here looking for their shot at the Cruiserweight title. The year of the Burrow hasn't quite gone as planned for Jake Griffiths. Every time he gets close to proving his point and leaving his mark, it just hasn't fallen for him. But tonight he gets one more opportunity at the Cruiserweight Championship. Because most of the Cruiserweights, they're off busy. They've all got their own matches to deal with. And they do not have time to deal with this. But a man who does have time to deal with it. A man who has fallen from grace. He was near the top of the ranks for such a long time. Hovering around the TV title picture. Hovering around just on that type of area. Looking for his first title to be held. But yet was unable to cash in on an opportunity to capture the Cruiserweight Championship in what is a very tough and growing Cruiserweight division here on WIW. And the Demon is here once again, making his eerie presence to the ring in hopes of capturing a chance at the Cruiserweight Champion of the current day, Oliver Rejam. And Rejam is going to need to get used to doing some double duty here, because once again, he's going to have to defend his title just 2 weeks after defending his title against Travis Cottrell at Hellfire. And that wasn't an easy match for him. He was put through his paces, and he definitely had to defend himself in that one. So Rejam going to be watching this one very closely from the comfort of his own brand. But tonight, the Demon and the Burrow shake hands as they both eagerly await an opportunity at the Cruiserweight title. Bell rings and away we go. And the Demon, straight away falls into the gutbuster trap there from Jake Griffiths. And Jake Griffiths going to want to start this one off strong early if he can. Wants to send a message to the Cruiserweight Champion. Of course, Jake Griffiths losing the title at Mind Games, but now on the hunt to get it back. Oh, well countered there. Beautiful work there by Jake Griffiths. And PJ McNair, as I mentioned before, has fallen from grace. Made it to the semi-finals, I believe, of the World Heavyweight Championship tournament, all the way back just before Resurrection. Also was a part of the Fatal 4-Way match where Big Willie won his television championship. That match was him, I believe SaLgames, I may be mistaken. Travis Cottrell and Big Willie, of course, the current television champion. Travis was champion at the time, but since then, he's fallen from grace. He hasn't really been able to achieve the heights that he would have liked. He's had a couple more TV title opportunities since then, and still has been unable to even slow down the beast that is Big Willie, and that is the exact same with everybody. And look at McNair really trying to fight back here after Griffiths' strong start. Went for a spinning kick, couldn't connect, and is met with a clothesline. The Demon struggling out the gate here. And, well, he switched to this Demon persona after the trial era coming out as his usual self. He made the switch to this Demon persona, but to be honest, I'm not sure how much it's worked for him. A lot of people think, you know, it's going to help him with the intimidation factor. It's an intimidation tactic, but it just hasn't worked. Everybody still brings the same level of intensity to him each week. And a super kick to the jaw there of PJ McNair. And the Burrow really bringing the fight here to PJ McNair. That's a Samoan driver. Might have gone for the cover if his leg weren't hooked on the rope. So the Demon, I'm not sure how much this Demon persona is working. We'll have to see in time, because if he can't capture this Cruiserweight title opportunity, what's left for him to go for? He doesn't really have a place in the TV Championship picture anymore. He's already lost, I believe, a total of 3 TV title opportunities. He's not really looking in the world title picture right now. I don't think anyone's going to really place him up there. And now Jake Griffiths, speaking of placing him up there, has got him hanging up on the top rope. What's he thinking here? Oh, look at this. Oh, the massive double knees. Double knees to PJ McNair in the corner and into the cover. He's only going to get a 1 count early. That was a very, very sharp kick out there indeed from PJ McNair. Still early days in this matchup. As for Jake Griffiths, the Burrow himself, he's developing himself a little bit. He had a really good start here in WIW, but from there, things just went downhill. And speaking of going downhill, boom! Big inverted DDT. And that's not what he would have wanted. McNair now to the top rope, looking for the coup de grace to wrap this one up and to secure himself a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. He misses. And Jake Griffiths quick back to his feet as well, no hesitation. And look at Griffiths, did you see that? Talking smack to him right in front of his mouth, and now trying to taunt back, and that might have been the mistake. And he made to pay for it there with a stun gun. And now stomping him away in the corner. Look at this, just beating him down aggressively, and the referee not even letting him separate it, and once again showing a complete disrespect to the Demon. And now into the cover. He's very close to the ropes, but he isn't a rope break. He kicks out at 2. And Jake Griffiths with a very impressive showing so far. The Demon can't even seem to keep up right now, and Jake Griffiths looking to fly in, looking for the frog splash. Caught his leg there on the rope there, if you saw that. Didn't connect. And now the Demon He has him in the corner. This is not where McNair wants... this is right where the Demon wants him. And now look at this. Boom! Missile drop kick. Now dragging him to the middle of the ring, away from the ropes, where he's going to go for the cover. Is that going to be enough to give him a Cruiserweight title match? It's a 2 count for the Demon. And he can't believe his eyes. He thought he had that one won. And now picking him up. Oh, tried to advance forward there. And couldn't quite get the job done. Oh, big counter though by the Demon. And might be trying to land one of those big brain busters. Maybe look for the coup de grace to wrap this one up. Depends on how he sees this one ending. But Jake Griffiths is on fire tonight. And you know what? He's had some impressive victories before in the past. But I think this is by far, this is the best I've seen him. And now looking to wrap this one up. McNair in trouble. Bunny hop. Right in the middle of the ring. And I think that might have done it. Jake Griffiths to secure a title match. Oh, no. Kick out again for McNair at 2.5. And Jake Griffiths, the Burrow does not keep down the Demon. Oh, and a kick to the gut as well there. Jake Griffiths is being wise, not giving him a second to breathe. He's being relentless here in his attack. But now McNair, oh, he might have caught him here. Underhook, brainbuster, 1916. Oh, and went for the cover, but look at this. Look at this. Jake Griffiths just shakes it off as if nothing had even happened, and a neck breaker to follow through. And now look at this. An elbow drop to the face as well. And Jake Griffiths is on fire right now, and now laying the beat down on the Demon with a series of headshots as he was trapped on the floor. And now into the cover, looking to get himself a Cruiserweight Championship match, and it's only a 2. And after seeing the performances of these two, I'd be very afraid if I was the Cruiserweight Champion right now. Because these two not giving up for a second, even though you can see they're hurt. They've both had some serious shots to each other, and neither one of them is backing down for even a second. PJ McNair now set up perfectly in the corner for that super kick. One more time! And it doesn't need that much impact on the kick itself, because he's placed too perfectly in the corner for it to even matter. Oh, and just smashed down onto the apron. And the Demon is in a bad place. He's got nowhere to go. The offense has just been relentless here from Jake Griffiths. And there's nothing the Demon can do. He just doesn't have an answer to it. And now, Jake Griffiths, maybe once again looking for the bunny hop to wrap up tonight and pick up the win. There it is, the bunny hop again. Count to 100. Jake Griffiths is going for the Cruiserweight title again. Well, he was unsuccessful at Mind Games in the Fatal 4-Way, but he's just earned himself a second opportunity here by demolishing the Demon in what was spectacular fashion. And once again, for PJ McNair, it's back to the drawing board. He needs to do something because the Demon persona is not working for him. He needs to do something, and he needs to do it fast. And look at this. Every time he gets himself some space, he gets caught taunting. Then the missile dropkick didn't have much effect either. Once again, Jake Griffiths back in the winning ways and back in the hunt for a Cruiserweight Championship opportunity. The question still remains. Can the Burrow get the job done? Can he capture the Cruiserweight Championship at Final Conflict? Or will he fall short once again? It's time to move on down the rest of the card. Next up tonight, some tag team action and 2 more teams that will be participating in Final Conflict, but not for the title. No, no, no. These 2 teams have developed such a hatred for each other that they will be facing at Final Conflict against one another in a tornado tag elimination matchup. To finally decide who the better team is, the Blood Brothers been getting the momentum as of late. Big Boss and Bruiser Bad, both with recent singles victories over both members of the Death Ninjas, but so far unable to beat them on 2 occasions in tag team action. And tonight they get one more attempt before they step in the ring at Final Conflict, where I'm sure the game plan will be to get rid of Def Lordicus, because they know how good Def Lordicus has been up against these 2. But Harry Austin tries his hardest, and he is really trying to prove that he can keep up with the big boys in the tag team division, and you ain't going to get much bigger than these 2. So let's get the Death Ninjas out here now. Here they come, the most unique tag team in all of WIW. He is the Flying Ninja Harry Austin. He is something indeed. Deathlordicus making his way down to the ring. And look at this, Harry charging down first, doing his signature dive over the rope in typical Flying Ninja fashion. And look who follows through as well on the springboard. Oh, and he got caught his jacket there. But the Death Ninjas, with one more opportunity to silence them again before final conflict, where they will face once again for the rights to be called the best tag team of the two. Bell rings, and away we go here for this tag team encounter between two teams who will be facing each other at final conflict in Elimination Tornado tag team match. The crowd are eager to see it. The most unique team in WIW going 2-on-2 with the most powerful tag team in all of WIW. And now look at this, Deathlordicus off to a great start here. And beautiful work there, and takes him down with the clothesline. And this has all started because the Blood Brothers, up against their first tag team loss to the newly traded Death Ninjas, who are of course new to Fight Night, but they're settling in very well indeed. But tags made here. Oh, look at Harry with the drop kick. Beautiful work there between the two. Death Ninjas out the gate strong here. Yeah, they've worked very well together, the Death Ninjas, since moving to Fight Night. They beat the Blood Brothers. Blood Brothers claimed that because of Deathlordicus, they were able to pick up the first victory. They challenged them again, and the same result. The Death Ninjas walked out the winners. Well, tonight, they get one more chance before the pay-per-view to prove that they can take down the Death Ninjas and keep them out of business. And if they can't make the most of it, then they might be in some serious jeopardy here. And now look at this. Harry looking to advance forward, and he does. Now Harry's been very upset about this. He's feeling like, you know, he's just as important of a part in the tag team process as his tag team partner, who is tagged back in here. These two off to a really good start here. Beautiful tag team work here from the Death Ninjas. He feels like he's been pulling his weight. He feels like he's been doing the best he can under the circumstances. But Big Boss and Bruiser Brad are massive tasks. But like I say, they so far just haven't been able to pull off the tag team victory over the Death Ninjas. They've beaten them both in singles action. But now, once again, they have another shot at proving their tag team worth. And once again, neither of them they haven't been able to cash in the opportunity. Well, Harry and Deathlordicus have months and months of tag team practice and experience together. They know how each other works, they know how to operate, and they've developed into a really solid tag team here in WIW. Big things for both of them in this tag team division if they can continue the momentum that they've been building. There's a beautiful sidewalk slam from Bruiser Brad. But for Bruiser Brad and Big Boss, they don't quite have that chemistry. Look, sorry, excuse me there. And yeah, Big Boss and Bruiser Brad, as I was saying, don't quite have that chemistry. They don't have that tag team prowess as of yet, because they've only been working together for about a month now, and they've only been really facing mixed tags. Like, they haven't really been dealing with proper established tag teams. This is the first team that they've actually encountered, recognized in the tag team division, and so far they've been unable to beat them other than a one-on-one action, where they can just separate and isolate. And now look at this. Deathlordicus here. Oh, a beautiful, nice little chokehold followed through with a Russian leg sweep. And now into the cover. Big Boss thought about getting involved. Bruiser Brad, excuse me. But Big Boss able to escape on his own accord. And on paper, you'd think that a team weighing literally half a ton would be unstoppable. But the Death Ninjas, with their unique style and unique offense, prove them wrong every time. There's nothing that the haters can say, because they get the results that they need, and they've been doing so more than ever lately. Oh, look at that! Bruiser Brad flying across the ring. And that's not what you want to see. Flying at you. The 400-pounder just flying across the screen. And now look at that. Big counter by Deathlordicus, and now has Bruiser Brad in the corner. That's where he's going to want him. Trying to set him up here. Deathlordicus, split-legged moonsault connects. Split-legged moonsault. And now to the Death Ninja's corner, looking for that skyscraper elbow drop. Oh, wait, no. He's going bigger. He's going bigger. Deflordicus trying to get the 400-pounder over the top rope and to the outside here, and he crashes him down. And bouncing back to his feet, Deflordicus, the outside superplex. Well, what an encounter it's been so far between these two teams. With clear hatred towards one another. Oh, look at this. Oh, just using his weight to beat down on from the chest of the Def Ninjas. Deflordicus, very much the established leader of the team. But look at this, Harry! Harry catching Brad from behind, but Brad doesn't let him do it. Brad and Harry have been trying to prove the point that... no, Brad and Boss have been trying to prove the point that Harry doesn't do anything for the team, and it's all been Deflordicus. Now getting him back into the ring at the count of 9, and Lordicus almost didn't make it back there. Almost accidentally lost on count out. But manages to get back into the ring, and he might make a tag here. He does. And Harry wants to prove that he can take down the two giants. He wants to prove he's just as valuable to this team as Deflordicus is. But to be honest, he's picking the wrong fight here, because these two are just so big, so powerful. And Harry's cruiserweight ability just isn't going to get the job done against these two monsters that he's up against. Because they're just too powerful, and now in the corner, that's not where you want to be! Oh, and there's the weight forced down onto the Bruiser Brad. And there's a leg takedown as well. And Bruiser Brad was trying to crawl away to make a cover there. Harry's got him down, that's where he wants him. Now needs to capitalize on the fact that he's down. Harry going to the middle rope, going to use his natural cruiserweight abilities to try and take advantage, but Bruiser Brad fast enough to get out of the way. Now Bruiser Brad has Harry down in a vulnerable position, might have been thinking bonsai drop, decided against it, instead he goes for the leg drop. Crushing the body of Harry early on. It might have been thinking bonsai drop that time, but Harry sprung back to his feet. And now Irish whip to the corner. Might want to make the tag here and get out of harm's way. He does. Tag is made. And Harry with an uppercut. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. They're going to wrap this up. Big Boss and Bruiser Brad looking to wrap this one up. They've done it before with this. Skyscraper elbow drop. And that's beaten them twice before. Will it beat him a third time? Def Ninjas to pick up the win. Yes, they've done it again. The Def Ninjas with their third tag team victory over the Blood Brothers. Unbelievable. And look at Big Boss and Bruiser Brad, their faces, they cannot believe what's going on here. They've lost again. Well, they need to try and pull it together and recuperate before their match at Final Conflict. And look at them, these two saying they need to do something. They need to do something here. The disorganization. And that's where the Def Ninjas are getting them. They're well organized, they're well rounded, but these two just can't seem to figure out what to do to get the tag team victory over the Def Ninjas. Well, the most unique tag team beats the world's strongest tag team once again. It's time to move on to the main event, but some serious work needing to be done here from the Blood Brothers. Main event of the evening, and it's going to be the last surviving members of the Wolfpack. As of late, Blake Austin picking them off one by one, of course, causing the injury to Steven by allowing the Chaos Twins to cash in their rematch following the match that they had. And now King Sam's out injured after the ambush that Blake Austin did. And David now literally by himself. Yes, he still has Alex Wilson. That much is true. He still has Alex Wilson by his side, and he will be at ringside here tonight. I don't know where he is, but he will be here to be helping him out. And for David, he feels like he must be by himself only because, yes, he does have Alex, but the original three are gone. Right now, he is by himself, and he's just watched every single one of his friends being picked off by the general manager. And now tonight, he wants revenge on the man who helped cause all the pain and kept him out injured and made him lose his world title. Tonight he goes one-on-one with Max Danger. He wanted Blake. Blake didn't let him have it. And now one half of the Fight Night Tag Team Champions will go up against the new World Heavyweight Champion. And here he comes. Boy, oh boy, what an ending it was to Hellfire. It was absolutely insane. And I couldn't believe it happened. I'm still in shock. that the GM would betray everybody like this and turn his back on the WIW universe and all the fans, especially after they've done so much to help get him to this point. And, well, it doesn't matter now because here he is, the new WIW World Heavyweight Champion, Max Danger. Max Danger, only the second person in history behind King Sam to hold that title. He managed to cash in on the opportunity that was given to him by the GM, and I guess that must have been part of his prize for the Mind Games win. Max Danger, Mr. Money in the Bank, former Mr. Money in the Bank, now cashing in to become the World Heavyweight Champion. And tonight, he steps into the ring after the first time of winning that title. And his dad, I'm not sure how he'd be feeling about all this. His dad, of course, teaching him to go the right way, to do the right thing. But Max Danger has taken his own path and he has risen to the occasion. And Max Danger definitely has proven himself to be a top man here in this company and is now the World Heavyweight Champion. And, well, the GM's put a lot of trust in him. He's made a lot of enemies by putting his faith in him. So now Max Danger has to live up to that World Heavyweight Championship name. Bell rings and away we go. And Alex Wilson has joined us at ringside. We were expecting to see him here. He doesn't want to leave David isolated. Of course, David, the most time tag team champion in history. Of course, everybody else with one title reign. David with, I believe now, 2. This is his second title reign. Of course, Steven will only have 1 when he returns, technically. Alex Wilson on his first title reign as a tag champion. And Jason and Tyler, of course, the only other ones, but they only had a brief 5-day title reign before these two managed to cash in their rematch. Well, the Wolfpack at war now with the GM, and David wanted to come out here and send a warning to the GM, as well to the new world champion that is Max Danger. Max Danger coming in and cashing in on the opportunity. Didn't even have to land a single move to the King to get the win because the GM did all the hard work for him. Now look at this beautiful work here. Oh, and a beautiful spinning neck breaker there from Max Danger, the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, of course, he had to fight hard for it. He's had that title since He's had that Money in the Bank briefcase since Uprising. Look at this, David mocking him, trying to mock Max Danger, but he makes him pay for it with the DDT, and now David has to get out of there. David, remember, not exactly the freshest man. He's been going through his battles as well as of late, trying to deal with this whole tag team situation, and now the main event of Final Conflict is going to be a Four Corners tag team match between the Wolfpack, KO Oxley and Carter James, the Chaos Twins, and J.W Cashman, and whoever he decides to be his tag team partner. David really bringing down the big offense. Oh, God, this is such a powerful move. Look at this. Oh, and scrunching him up into a ball, decides not to bridge into the cover, because he's not just out here to get the win tonight, he's out here to make him pay, the World Heavyweight Champion. Half the reason why the Wolfpack era starts to crumble, as the World Champion has been removed from his place, and that gutbuster seemed a little low to me. I don't know if I'm sure that landed on the gut. That might have landed slightly lower than that. David only gets a 1 count. But David out here to prove a point. Max Danger here to prove his own message. The general manager has made it clear he's put his faith in Max Danger, and he now needs to prove that he's up to that task. He needs to prove that he's capable of doing that and living up to the hype of the World Heavyweight Champion. Of course, King Sam has been World Heavyweight Champion since Resurrection. Oh, not since Resurrection, actually. No, sorry, I forgot about Original Brad. He held that since Warzone, if I'm not mistaken. He's had the title since Warzone, losing it, of course, at Hellfire, even though that title wasn't even supposed to be on the line on that night. Lost the WIW Championship and the World Heavyweight Championship in one night. A terrible night it was indeed for King Sam, and now he's out injured. We haven't seen him since. We haven't heard from him. We have no idea what state he's in or when he's likely to return. But we're getting near the bottom end of the calendar, and I tell you what, when Insomnia hits, it won't be the same if King Sam doesn't make an appearance. He's been one of the best superstars on the roster as of late, and he's had a long title reign to prove that. Long over 100 days as the world champion. And now he's handed over the title to his third. Sorry, I forgot about Original Brad's initial reign. And handed the title over now to the third holder in history. First it was Original Brad, then it was King Sam, and now it's Max Danger, who's lining up David here in a bad position to super kick to the jaw. And Alex Wilson now having to get involved, trying to keep David alive in this match. But that was a big strike, and he's slow to get back to his feet here. They both turn around at about the exact same time, but David is just able to get the advantage here. Max Danger in a bad position. Owens, beautiful move there from David. And straight into the cover off of it to wrap up the World Heavyweight Champion. 2, he's only going to get a 2. Now David picking him up. Oh, no. Can't do much there. Taken down. David, of course, we know is capable of being up in the world title picture. All the way back in the trial era, of course, when the Wolfpack was forming, they gave up, David and Steve gave up both their world title opportunities in exchange for a tag team title match, where they then went on to become the tag team champions at the time. And of course, currently holding their tag team titles, Alex Wilson and David Lee is, of course, but Steven and Dave with the longest tag team title reign in history, but they do have that record being closed down on by the Linebacks, because the Linebacks still on a monstrous run that they've been having. And look at David taking him to the outside. And what a main event we're having. Last week's main event cancelled by the interruption by Cashman. Straight out the gate of it. But tonight, we're definitely getting our money's worth. And we figured David would be letting out all his frustration, all this aggression here tonight on the World Heavyweight Champion. And once again going for this deadly move. So much power and force behind it. And Max Danger is on the receiving end of a beatdown right now. Right when he was starting to take control. Look at this. Package pile driver onto the knee. At least it wasn't a full one. Into the cover though. Is that going to be enough to put away the World Heavyweight Champ? It is. Didn't even need the full package pile driver to get the job done. David does what he said he was going to do. Shot to the World Champion. Wait a minute, look. Alex Wilson's giving him a chair. Oh no. And David sending a warning to the World Heavyweight Champion, beating him down with the steel chair in the ring. Sending a warning to him and sending one to the general manager as well. And it looks like Alex Wilson wants a turn. And the newest Wolfpack member enjoying himself now, beating down the World Heavyweight Champion. Well, I think that's the perfect way to end tonight's show. I hope you guys enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like if you did. Comment your thoughts and feelings on tonight's show. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.